All right, so a pleasant morning. I think that's about the big difference in today's masterclass. We are having it slightly in the morning. And then for those of us in Nigeria, I think it's a warm morning to every one of us. For all our guests watching outside, because currently we have subscribers in Nairobi, in Ghana, and then, of course, in the United States. So, depending on wherever you are, it's a pleasant morning here in Nigeria. For some part of the country, it is cold, and I believe you will see it. Well, she's really not a guest. She was initially a guest, but she's now a member of the Farmalat family. That's the person of Dr. Tumsiyya. Dr. Tumsiyya, good morning. Good to have you on the show this
Good
morning.
morning, everyone.
All right, how's it going? Kaduna is cold, right?
Same here, same here. Good morning, everyone.
Lagos is not
Very
that
cold,
cold.
very cold, It
Lagos
just,
is not that
uh,
cold.
yeah, at first it was like, it was like Hamatan, bye bye. And then 5 days ago, boom, it's back again. So it's cold. It's really cold.
All right. So I,
Yes.
I think on behalf of the community, we want to welcome you on board to the Farmalat team, and then you are now
Thank
Farmalat's
you.
community engagement manager.
Engagement officer.
Hooray!
Mm-hmm.
So again, just share with us. Yes, exactly. Share with us your background in animal health. What have you done in animal health before we go to fully launch
Okay.
the Aspired project?
Okay. So I don't really need to go into details, much details. I'm a veterinary doctor, obviously. I have worked in both government and private establishments. I did my NYC with the Equitation Unit, Nigerian Defense Academy here in Kaduna, and I worked with Vetco Diagnostics, one of the leading private practice here in Nigeria, around the north. And I have had my share, experience in different sectors of the veterinary industry, from pharmaceuticals to small animal practice, poultry, community engagement, trainings, and several others. So I have quite a considerable, amount of experience in the animal health sector. Though we're still learning. Learning is a process. So that's about it. So
Even a professor will tell
yes,
you he's still learning, right? So
is no, but it's the truth. Yeah, the learning curve. Yeah.
we are
Yes,
all
yes,
learning.
yes.
So
So we're all still learning.
we admire your
Yes.
vast background and experience in animal health. Well, so down to the issue, we've seen your poster, seen your face around Aspire, the Aspire project. What's it all about?
Yes. Okay. So the name Aspire, it came about, literally it means what it means. Aspire, like literally, wanting to be something. So that was how the name came about. So Aspire is a mentorship program powered by Farmalat. So the main objective of the Aspire mentorship program is to link up veterinary clinical students here in Nigeria across the 10 veterinary colleges we have with individuals in the industry who they look up to, as to why I said the name Aspire, who they look up to, and hopefully one day be like them, want to be like them, or even better. That's what we hope for. So it's basically linking this veterinary clinical students, 500 level, 600 level. Yeah, that's the clinical year, with volunteer mentors, in the industry, who are willing to voluntarily mentor them through professional and life experiences, because this thing is imperative when you're talking about personal and career development. I personally value mentoring. I value mentoring because I have had my share experience of mentoring. I'm a mentee. I've not really mentored anybody, but I know what I have achieved and how it has helped me. I never had the opportunity to be mentored by anybody while in school, and I felt I missed out a lot. I've had colleagues who we didn't really get a better understanding. The country is still moving, like we're still progressing and trying to understand, about development. Other than academic excellence, school issues, there are other things that you need guidance. As individuals, we were guided through our growth stage by our parents. Some form of modeling. Some form of mentoring. Parents to their children. So at every stage in your life, you definitely need, and there are critical stages in your life where you need someone you look up to, for advice, for guidance, and what have you not. So, and I feel the clinical students need it the most in the sense that yes, obviously they're on their path, they're on their career path, because obviously they're studying veterinary medicine, hoping to be veterinary doctors after induction and what have you not. So at this point, this is a critical moment in their life where they need somebody to hold their hands through the journey and guide them and help them with real life decisions based on their own experience to help them nurture their career, their personal development, and what have you, a lot other aspects in their life. So the Aspire project is targeting clinical students, as I stated earlier. So we have 10 veterinary colleges in Nigeria, and we're going to run this course in cohorts, like in groups, where we're going to have one cohort per quarter. So at the end of 2022, we're looking to have linked up 80 veterinary clinical students with mentors they admire and aspire to be like. So we're going to select, we're independently going to select 2 students from each college here in Nigeria. And at the end, we're going to have 20 students per cohort. And it's going to be over a course 3 months. And then we'll repeat the same program. We repeat the same process, the second cohort, the third cohort, and the fourth, same. So we're hoping this is the beginning of it, not and we're looking to progress further and be able to accommodate more students going forward. But for now, we're going to start with this. And I just hope and pray that, we get the cooperation we need and people come out to acknowledge that things like this are what we need to guide our students. With where Nigeria is at the moment, the least we can do is offer some form of support. It doesn't always boil down to financial support or getting somebody a job, but guiding a person, through their lifetime is it's invaluable. I love to me, like having somebody guide you cannot be quantified. Like you can't measure that. So, and I hope the clinical students across the colleges of veterinary medicine are listening to me right now. I implore you to get on board with this program, and I assure you, you won't regret it, because I'm literally giving out what I never got. So it's exciting for me. It's really exciting to see how the whole process will go, and where it will lead us to. And yes, that's about it. Going further, definitely, I'm open to. My email will be made available, my contact number, and you can reach me for further, information and clarification about the program.
All right, so that's a brilliant
over
one.
to you, Doc.
Yes, that's a brilliant one, Dr. Tumsiyya. What caught my attention, it's your definition of aspire, meaning to wanting to be something, right? And that's
Yes.
very instrumental. I remember when we were in school, there were names that were constantly flying in our
Flying
radar.
in the
Yeah,
industry.
we're hearing
Yes,
names
yes.
of
Mm-hmm.
vets that were doing amazingly very well.
Amazingly well.
I remember,
Yes, yes,
one
yes.
of those names, Dr. Tunji was flying, Dr. Gani. We had a couple of names that people kept on mentioning in school. And I remember how I felt the first time I
Over and
met
over again.
one of them. And as I kept on growing,
Hmm.
Dr. Alasa also is one name, Dr. Dunton is another name, and I felt really very good. Although the first time I met Dr. Alasa, he really didn't pay attention to me, but we've seen what he had done, and then we struggled. Some of us struggled, like really struggled to meet some of these people, and we treasured every
People,
moment
yes.
we had with them to now have a project
Moment.
that now intentionally link you as a clinical veterinary student
Links you up.
that you are in school with somebody who you will not naturally meet, left for you, or it will take you a while to meet. To now have Farmalat facilitate this meeting
This process, yes.
is really, really very awesome. All right, so Dr. Tumsiyya, I want to really ask you, why do you think? Because sometimes there's a saying that you can get a horse to the stream, but you really can't force the horse to take water. Do you think
A horse to drink water.
yes, do they also drink water? Do you
Mm-hmm.
think veterinary students really want to be mentored? So let's ask that question.
Yes. Okay. Before now, I have had my share experience because of where I worked. Previously, I come in contact with a lot of clinical students who come for their internship. They come for their internship. They come for their ITs, and as to why that was the whole idea, that brought about the Aspire program. You could hear them. I have met them from all across. We have had students come from Nsuka down here in Kaduna. We've had people from University of Jos, Udus, ABU, Ilori, what have you not. So I communicate well with these students, and that was why I felt, and I know they need the mentoring program. So with with all conviction, I know they will come on board, and it will really be unwise of anybody not to jump at this opportunity. Like you said, there are names that fly around in the industry. You're thinking, oh, when will I get to meet these people? When will I get to even have a conversation or talk to them? Will they even listen to me? I have ideas. Who do I meet to help me fine tune these things? And then it's brought right to your doorstep. No, I don't. No, 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 no. I'm 100%. I'm 100% sure they're going to come on board with. They'll be on board with the program. Yes, definitely.
All right, so
Few
that's
challenges here and there, but then it's normal. So, but yes, I have that conviction. Yes, it's. I will even call it evidence based. Because that was why. That's the reason for the program entirely. You've had conversations with people, and you came to a conclusion that this is what this students need, because this is what they're yearning for. They call you, doctor, can you help me with this? Doctor, can you do this? That? And then I'll have to, probably, I don't have experience in things like that. I'll have to link them up with somebody who can, based on what their interest is and what have you not. So I've had my share experiences with them. So yes.
so that's really comforting. Somebody said, if I've been able to see far, it's because I stand on the shoulders of people who have gone ahead. So I think the Aspire project will literally provide platform where vet students can, despite they are still
Platform.
in
Yes,
school,
yes.
can
Can
just
build
stay on
themselves.
somebody's shoulders and look and peep into life after school. What will it be
After
like
school,
after school? Yes,
yes.
what will it be like
Yes,
after
before you
school?
get there.
And then what do I need to do?
Yes,
So
yes.
as you've suggested, I think it's an opportunity a lot of vet students should jump on. Now, I want to ask. So I know what's
Jump on.
basically
Yes.
being discussed in school are mostly academics, right? In this Aspire project, Are we
Mm-hmm.
still going to be talking about foramen or biturotundum, or we are going to be dissecting
Uh,
nerves, or what do you think? What do you
I
think the
think at
students
this
should expect to learn?
I think at this moment, even students back there in school should know that the real world is completely different from what they're experiencing. Definitely, nobody is writing off what's going on in school. You definitely need it. Literally, that's what we're all surviving on, but you have to build on it. So they should be expecting variety of things: leadership, innovation, business, entrepreneurship, a long list of things to survive based on their interest. Because, okay, let me put it this way: we're actually not going to force anybody down anybody's throat. We are going to collect data from these students, and part of it is a name of somebody they actually admire and aspire to be like. So depending on what industry the person is, you should expect where your conversations will lead. You're admiring somebody in the private sector who is into clinical practice. He's not going to tell you about how to hold your injection and come and do this, but how to build a sustainable veterinary practice. So you're going to be expecting a whole lot of things: entrepreneurship, business skills, what do you call it? Leadership skills, innovations, business innovations, and what have you. So it depends on what sector your mentor is. So you should know what to expect, but definitely you're going to expect some 21st century, content on how to survive in the real world. Definitely.
All
Yes.
right, so if I hear you correctly, the Aspire project will be paying attention to stuff like soft skills, like how do you grow your leadership, if you want to be in clinical practice, how do you grow, and how do you start and even grow your practice. If you want to be in the police force,
Survive.
like the president of the council is a policewoman, I admire her.
Yes.
We could
Yes, I
have
know.
you connected with her. So I think there are way a lot of opportunities that abound in this
Opportunities, yes.
project,
Too numerous to mention.
and
Mm-hmm.
of course connecting students with these people. And I really want to clearly state that this is a novel idea, because if you
Yes.
want to learn it all by yourself, you have to make all these people's mistakes. Mm? If you want to start saying that I want to start
Mm.
and learn by myself, you will some of these people will be telling you the lessons they've learned in 10, 20, 30, 40 years, invariably just telling you you can avoid
40
the
years.
mistakes they've made, like Dr. Usman of
Mm-hmm.
Vetco.
Mm-hmm.
Most often when I have a few confusing ideas, I throw it up, and then sometimes it brings some perspectives that are really way off that I need to consider. You can save you
Yes.
can save 10 years by talking to a
I'm
worthy
telling you from
mentor.
people, yes, by talking to a mentor. Yes, yes,
So
yes.
so
So it's
I'm
literally saying you're not starting from afresh. You're literally starting from somebody's experiences. Something like that. Yes, you're starting afresh, but then you have somebody who is telling you, based on my experiences, this is what I did, and this is how I did it, and this is why I'm where I am today. So things like this. So it's a win-win situation.
all
Mm.
right. So are
Mm.
students going to be paying any fee? Sometimes nobody say, soup way sweet now money
Oh no.
kill am. Are students
No,
going to be
no,
paying
no, no.
any fee for
It's
this?
going to be no, it's going to be completely free, and you're not going to entirely spend your whole day or your whole month. You're going to schedule your meeting with your mentor based, during your free time. It's definitely not going to encroach into your academic time. So you alone, your schedule and how you're going to find time to squeeze it into your itinerary. So that's it. So it's for free, and you're not going to do it all day. It's not the long, all day long, long, long. And talking to a mentor doesn't necessarily mean you have to speak to somebody for for eternity, 5, 6, 7 hours. No, you can have a solid 30 minutes, 1 hour conversation with somebody. And that's because that conversation you're having with the person, you know what you want to achieve. So your conversation will be directed towards your goal. So you're not going to have some, yes, some chit chats will definitely, come in, but so it's for free, and you're going to schedule your meeting with your mentor, you know, on your own terms and his own free time. Yes.
All right. So if I get you correctly, they will
So it's
not
for
pay.
free.
They will not pay registration fee. No fee
Anything.
for registration. No fee for the mentorship. No fee for data. No nothing. Just your willingness to learn from
I know
these
our love,
mentors.
our love for freebies. Yes,
Mm.
to learn. That's all you need to come with. Your willingness to learn, your dedication. That's all we need you to come on board with.
All right. So, Doc, do we have any criteria?
Students love freebies.
Yeah, yes, of course, of course,
You
and
said,
then of course
yeah.
for us,
Anyways, let me not say students. We all love
we
freebies.
all, of
We all
course.
love freebies.
All right. So I wanted to ask. Uh, so this how taxing will it be for these students? I know you've mentioned it, but I really want you to emphasize it. Will it be very taxing? Will it take their whole day? Will
No,
it
no, no, no.
interfere with the academic program? Will it, I just want to know how taxing will it be? How will it
No,
interfere with
it's
their learning?
definitely going to be minimal. It's going to be minimal in the way that we're going to do it for 3 months, and we're hoping that after that 3 months, the 3 months is definitely, that period. We're hoping we link you up with the mentor, but we know we're creating a lifelong relationship. It's not like after the 3 months that's all, you're done with the person. No, we're hoping to link you for life, if I'm allowed to say that. So we're hoping to link you for life, and it's just going to be say 1 hour in a week, 1 hour in a week, or we can say twice in a month, where you have a solid conversation with your mentor. But 1 hour a week is what
So they
we're
will not be
working with.
expected to leave
Yes,
school.
so it's definitely not going to uh, no, 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 no,
Okay.
and it's not going to
And miss their test
interfere
and
with
miss
your
their
academic
exams. Nothing like
work.
that.
No, nobody's going to miss test and exams. Don't worry.
All right. So
We're leveraging on technology to achieve a lot. We're leveraging on technology to achieve a lot of things. So you don't need to you don't need to break a bone to achieve a lot of things these days. So
all
you can
right.
do it right in your from your hostel bed. You don't need to travel. You don't need to pay anything. So it's literally for free. All you need is your data and your smartphone. That's all, or your laptop. Basically, that's it.
So yeah, so that makes it a lot more interesting. It's free. It's not going to take you out of your academic setting or make your CGPA to go down. Rather, we think that it's going to spoil you, give you enough motivation,
It
right? Because
boosts. Yes. Mm-hmm.
and another thing that quickly crossed my
Yes.
mind, they are really very successful vets. And if some of us were exposed to them earlier, maybe we would have probably been slightly better than where we are now. But again,
Mm-hmm.
we move. All the same, we move.
Yeah.
We move.
Plus it's never too late.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you're a student, a clinical student watching this, I think it's an opportunity to connect with people who have gone 10, 20 years ahead of you, 30, 40. If I have anything that saves me, that magically saves me 20 years of my life, honestly, I
Saves
think it's
me
some.
from I will jump at it
I think it's
without a
something I'm going
second
to be
thought.
jumping at. All right, so two more questions, Dr. Tumsiyya. What criteria will you be using to pick these
Okay.
students?
Okay. We have a Google document prepared, a Google form prepared, and we're going to share it with all of the students across the country. So basically, we're going to draw our data from how you've answered your questions, Who do you admire and who do you aspire to be like? And why do you think you need to be part of the first cohort? We need to hear you speak through your answers. We'll be able to say, oh, okay, this person from your ID, we need to hear other part of you speak, your innovation skills, your leadership skills. We need to hear you yearn for this. Like, this is what I want. So you have to tell us why. So it's basically that's basically it for now. But most importantly, you have to tell us, you have to convince us why you should be part of the first cohort Aspire mentorship program.
All right. So again, you said the Google form will be shared. I think maybe probably after this meeting, we could put up the Google form
To
online
be
so
in
that.
500 levels.
Oh, she's up. The Tumsiyya is up, but she's going to be back. If you're watching and then you're listening to the program, is the project we're introducing is called the Aspired Project, where we are linking clinical veterinary students, 400 to 600 level students, with mentors out there who can literally save them 10, 20, 30, 40 years of their time. I said initially that somebody said if I'm able to see far, it's because I can stand in the shoulder of those who have gone ahead. And literally, in the veterinary circle, we need people who can share their experiences. So sometimes the school system can be slightly boxed in such a way that students really don't know exactly what they need to prepare for. So there's this mismatch of intentions. So you think everybody will jump at you as a vet when you are leaving, and then by the time you get up, you face massive dose of rejection, and then you're wondering how to cope with the few imbalances that you have seen. The Aspire project is designed in such a way that these clinical students are going to be talking one-on-one with people they admire. And we have very incredible vets. The president of the council, who is an assistant inspector general of police, a vet. We have people in private practice doing extremely well, the likes of Dr. Alasa, Dr. Dunton. We have the likes of people doing very well in diagnostics, the likes of Vetco Diagnostic, Dr. Usman. We incredible people that we think if these people come on board to offer thoughts, Dr. Gani, Dr. Tunji, Nasir, Dr. Abiadi, those names, and a whole lot of people that we're really not talking about. For wildlife, we have Dr. Mark, and then I think there's a young crop of people now, young set of vets coming up doing amazingly very well, right? So having a formal platform where these people come on board and then we're able to interchange experience with the hope that one day they will pick up these lessons, they will pick up this experience, and they're able to bridge the gap or bridge the bridge. If there's an English word like that, bridge the bridge between what they are currently learning in school and then who they aspire to be. I think Dr. Tumsiyya is back. Oh, we lost you. Is it the code in Kaduna that's
Yes,
causing the
network. It
network,
just went on
or
mute.
the network? Kaduna could be slightly.
Maybe a mix of both.
All right, so that's fine. It's good to have you back.
Maybe a mix of both.
All right, so let's.
Thank
So I
you.
was just trying to explain how far we've gone and then what you've done in ensuring that this communication is bridged between a student's expectation and the reality when they leave school. You know how reality hits on people. They say, pardon me to use the word hammer. How reality hammer on people said when they get up, and then to have the Aspire project
Hammers
prepare
on you.
you.
But yes, I think the reality doesn't really hit right after graduation. I think it hits you after NYSC.
Oh.
I think it actually hits you after the compulsory 1 year NYSC. So we're looking, once you have some form of guidance in your life, when you hear other people speak from experience, it it completely changes your perspective of life. It completely changes your perspective in the sense that okay, you're in school right now, you're thinking when I graduate, it's going to be a smooth sail, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to get a job, and then probably they're telling you there are a lot of soft loans for agri businesses. You think when I just come, there's a link for me, where I can just join and access a loan and start my business, things like that. So I'm sure you have all those things in your head. So you can imagine having this in your head and listening to somebody with real life experiences talking to you, telling you, yes, I know this is it, but then this is how you're going to go about it. So trust me, it's definitely going to work out in the sense that you will, like Dr. Femi said, just imagine standing on somebody's shoulder and seeing where you've not reached, So I see us achieving a group of prepared, let me use the word, prepared graduates coming into the world with a different perspective, focused, and ready to change the narrative and make a change. So that's basically my goal. That's what I tend to achieve with all of these things, with the Aspire mentorship program.
All right,
That's what
I see some questions already.
um
So I know you have hit on some, but let me bring up these. Machit Galadima, Dr. Tumsiyya, how do you assess the 3 months encounter between mentors and then the mentee? So I don't know whether this person is talking as a clinical student or as a vet, but maybe you want to go over that quickly before we pick the next question.
okay. Okay, so it's a 1 week. We're meeting for 1 hour in a week. So we're going to achieve all of these things virtually, as I stated initially. And I'm the project. I'm in charge of the entire program. So we're going to monitor. It's going to be via Zoom, where the mentor and the mentee will meet. It's going to be a recorded session, and I will be able to monitor that to know that, yes, this meeting was held and things were discussed, and then we're making progress. So basically, I'm going to be the one monitoring the progress via recorded Zoom sessions, scheduled Zoom sessions, and recorded afterwards. Yes. So basically, that's how and to make sure that what we're out to achieve, it's been done correctly. So it's not just initiating the program and letting everything fly loose. No, I'm going to monitor the program from start to finish.
All right,
Yes,
so
and my eye is on the goal, which is to make sure that the mentorship program, excels.
all right, so that's
So
good to know.
basically, it's going to be via Zoom or Google Meet.
All right, so if you're watching and you still have questions, you can put those questions in your comment box. But again, let me let the cat out of the bag. I heard you said there's an adjunct to this. There is an outlier award, right? So what's the outlier
Yes,
award
yes,
about? And then
yes.
me too, I want to be
So,
awarded. How do I get to be awarded?
okay, all right, drum roll. So, this is the icing on the cake. So, there is an outlier award for one graduating student per veterinary college in Nigeria, powered by Pharmalat. So, this award is going to go to a particular individual. Yes, based on, we acknowledge academic excellence. Nobody's writing that off. But then there are other life surviving skills that are imperative to career and personal development, such as your innovative skills, leadership skills, team playing, a lot of other skills, but majorly innovation and leadership skills. Your thinking ability, your strategic thinking, something that makes you actually stand out, something that makes you different, but hitting on leadership skills and innovative skills. So the award is going to that particular individual. one graduating student, and it's going to be a sum of 100,000 naira and a paid internship with Farmalat after graduation. Yay! So I'm
All
looking
right.
forward
So
to
before
this.
before 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 we
Yes.
cheer, right? So I've been to a couple of oath
Yes.
taking ceremonies, right? Probably by my virtue of being part of the veterinary council entourage most often, and then I see that awards are mostly given to the best graduating student. Somebody with 9 A's in physiology, in pathology, in pharmacology, in public health. You just hear those of barricades,
We
and
need.
then you see the person coming, walking out, and the person's head is smoking. It's smoking like, hey, yeah. You know that this person has read a lot of books. And here are you telling us that, well, we know that those things are important, but we want to give an award to somebody
But we
maybe
need more
slightly
than that to
different.
survive.
Who probably has maybe the highest
Different
of
from the normal.
influence, who
Slightly
is
different from the
really,
normal. Yes.
who is different from the normal. That sounds interesting. So, Doc, sometimes I'm just wondering how you're going to be able to judge that. What do you think? You want to emphasize the skills the outlier award will be looking out for in this person to be able to give this person this award?
So yeah. So we're actually going to set out a list of criteria which we're going to use to objectively select this individual. So we're going to be recognizing, I'm sure there are a lot of students back there in school that have mini projects going on. Some of them have amazing leadership skills, like they're able to bring together a group of students for tutoring, for
Fantastic.
even religious purposes, or a lot of things. Leadership skills it's great. Like, it's great. As I said, nobody is disputing academic excellence. It's very good. But once you have a good leadership skills, trust me, you have more than 50% of your problem solved, because leading a group of people successfully to carry out a project is a lifetime achievement, like, because of how different people are. So you can imagine bringing a group of people with different personalities and being able to deal with them, being able to carry out projects for it. So having leadership skills is amazing. And then talking about innovation, at this point we need a lot of innovative ideas. So we're going to set out criteria. We're going to communicate duly through the right channel with our set criteria, and whoever meets this criteria is going home with 100,000 naira and a paid internship with Farmalat.
See, I'm really very, I'm really very excited about this outlier award, right?
Yes.
For a few reasons. You know, so with the name outlier means that you are not a normal person, right?
Yes, you're not in line, you're out. You're a little bit, by the side. You're a little bit by the side in a good way.
In a good way. Yeah, I love the concept, and I want to thank you for leading this project, Dr. Tumsiyya, because one of the key things I haven't. So I have about let's say around 14, 15 years experience after school, and one of my experience in the field has always been that the biggest challenge in veterinary circle is a leadership challenge. So sometimes we can be good, very good
Of course.
academically, but the reason why the profession is where it is because we have really not had very strong leaders. Well, let me not say we have not had. We've
Leadership
had
over
the
the
ones,
years.
yes, we've had the ones who have moved us to this stage. Now we need to start preparing for a new crop of leaders who can move us to the next stage. And it is what you recognize
Yes.
and reward that
Next level.
grows.
Yes.
So at the moment we start recognizing leadership skill,
Everybody will start
innovation
harvesting.
skills,
Yes, people will.
in
Yes, definitely.
even from the university, from the clinical period, right? The
Yes,
moment we
yes.
pay attention to leadership, innovation, creativity, and start rewarding them, because you need to put
Rewarding
your
them.
money where your mouth is, right?
Mouth is.
Yeah, if we
Yes,
say we
yes,
lack
yes.
leaders and we are not recognizing and promoting those people, because sometimes it's possible the class rep of a class might not be the best graduating student, right? I'm not even sure if
Yes, but he has done amazingly well managing a group of people for 6 years.
exactly. And sometimes I even think it's easier to pass an exam.
He has done an amazing job managing a group of people, different people coming from different backgrounds, and you've been able to manage them successfully for 6 years. That is worth recognizing.
But
Things
we
like
know,
that. So
but you know what happens in some of this oath taking? You get some of these class rep who have sacrificed sleep, sacrificed their time, even emotionally, and
time to be
ensure
yes,
that their class is
yes.
together. And then we mention every other person,
Mm-hmm.
including the person that is a solo person that just sits down alone, right? And just jack. All the person knows is jack. And then we recognize this person, and which
Yes,
I'm not against it, right?
yes.
As you have said, we're not against academic excellence,
Of
but
course, we
we
acknowledge.
now
Yes, we
overlook
acknowledge that.
one
Yes,
person, one person who has led through his
who
heart,
has sacrificed
and
a lot.
we allow the person go without being recognized. So, Dr. Tumsiyya, I'm honestly very excited about this outlier award. I think the award in itself is
Mm,
outlier because the award in itself
it's
is not
outlier, definitely.
normal.
The award itself, yes, because it's itself, yes, yes,
The
yes. It's
award in
not. It's
itself is
not.
not
I
normal,
think it's the first of its kind. I've never heard an award like that given.
like that.
I don't know in other faculties, but in the veterinary faculty, I've never really heard, yes, something like this being, people being awarded for leadership and innovative skills. Yeah.
And
So the
then,
award itself is an outlier.
yeah, yeah, it's an amazing, feat, and then I really look forward to it. So let me get this clearly: is this going to be one award for all the veterinary schools, or one award per veterinary school, and then per graduating set?
So we have yes, so we have yes, so we have 10 colleges. So it's going to be one student per college. So we're going to be awarding 10 students in 1 year because we have just one induction per year. So we're going to be awarding 10 graduating students, each one from each one from each of the veterinary colleges. So we're talking about 10 students from 10 different universities per year.
Although it's now
Yes.
11 because University of Jos has just been accredited, and then it's been given
Oh,
full
so we have
accreditation. So
11.
we now have
Okay.
11. So that means all one
Okay.
student per college per session will now be awarded, and then of course you have 1 month paid internship with Farmalab. I we really look
Parmalat.
forward to this. So how are you going to be communicating with the schools? Because the schools, the deans of those schools needs to be aware that this type of
Yes,
thing
yes.
is happening. How do you
Yes,
intend to
definitely.
communicate
We
with the
we've
schools?
we've written letters formally to introduce the Aspire program and also the Outlier to inform them about the Outlier award. So we've communicated duly through the right channel, through the deans, and I've also been in contact with the president of the various AVMS chapters across the country. So we're definitely going to keep the channel of communication open. Yes, so that's
All right,
about it.
so it means that if your dean haven't gotten a letter, just be rest assured that Dr. Tumsiyya is doing a very
He will
brilliant
get
job
one.
to ensure that these letters get to all the faculties of veterinary medicine, and then we look forward to
Veterinary
also not
medicine.
just giving out the award, also having to have you come and join the Farmalab team for a month, so that we can also understand what made
Team.
you thought differently, and then probably we can also proceed in ensuring that the veterinary profession is ultimately better. All right. So if there, I presume there are vets listening, because I saw a comment from a vet. First of all, let me bring out this comment. He said, "Don't forget older vets too for the award, since we are also struggling to keep the profession together." That's from Dr. Suleiman Gimba. What do you want to say about that? Mm.
It's so funny. I don't definitely we don't need we don't need to award you in cash. but looking up to you and aspiring to be like you is also an award. So you take that, that recognition.
Hey,
At
Dr.
this
Zia, are
point,
you sure this is not
I don't know
a political?
what criteria are we going to set? What criteria are we going to set to select for the selection?
So somebody's suggesting. Okay, no, let me bring up somebody's comment first before this last one. He said, "Thank you, as Dr. Suleiman said, incorporating other vets like us doing amazing project and innovative stuff should be encouraged too." I think that way. So somebody now was now suggesting postgraduate award, Dr. Tumsiyya. You need to consider this and start thinking of postgraduate. Or what do you think?
We need to put this. We need to discuss definitely, definitely. Actually, so we need postgraduate. Though it's something worth looking out for. It's something worth looking at. It's you don't really say most projects and most programs are actually initiated to birth new programs from it. So we
Yeah,
can just keep
yeah,
improving on
yeah.
what is already existing. Yeah. So definitely look into it.
You're correct. And so one of
Yes.
the key things I
Yes.
mentioned earlier after you unveiled the Outlier Award is that what you recognize and you reward grows. Right. I also know there are vets doing
It
amazing
grows.
things.
Beauty, it grows. It grows. It flourishes.
There are vets, there are young vets, there are older
Things out there.
vets. I'm not sure we're recognizing these innovators appropriately in the profession yet,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I know you've unveiled the Outlier Award and then the Aspire project.
Check,
We are
yes.
hoping that this is just the beginning of good things to come. There's
Good things
nothing
to come.
in organizing galas once a year awarding innovation in veterinary medicine. There's really nothing. People do that
Definitely.
for football stars. People do that for
Mm-hmm.
music. That's why the music industry
Music,
is a
the
booming
film
industry.
industry.
The
That's
football
why
industry is a booming.
every year somebody is trying to release, what do you even call this, their music, that a blockbuster. Somebody's trying to release a blockbuster movie. Because we have the Grammys, you have other type of awards given to artists, and that's why everybody's trying to improve over the years. Before this year, I'm hoping I get a Grammy. Before next year, I'm hoping I get an MTV award, things like that. So I feel recognizing and awarding people, for their great innovative skills, their great leadership skills, it just keeps keeping everybody, it keeps everybody on their toes, everybody trying to be better, thinking outside the box and doing something out of the ordinary, and things like that. So recognizing and awarding, yes, definitely, it's a beautiful idea. It's definitely worth looking into.
Dr. Tunsia, I think you might have a lot of work to do in the veterinary community, though you're starting with the clinical students and then the graduating students. But the veterinary profession in itself, I think we do better with recognition. Uh, as you have mentioned, the Grammy, people struggle and aim at doing their best because of this recognition that they hope they will get at the end of the year. Organizing one
Mm-hmm.
gala night and then saying that in 2022, these are the unique vet who led, who were able to transform the profession. Recognizing those
With a
strides
difference.
in universities, outstanding professors. Of
Mm-hmm.
blessed memory, I was part of the valedictory session for Professor Adeyanju. And I got a
Of
lot of
Baba.
people,
Yes, yes.
talk about him positively, like in a way and a manner that not hurt. So why are we recognizing these people when they are late? When they could invariably be recognized when they are alive with their family. Recognition,
Recognized while still alive.
those
Yes.
award moments are proud moments for you and your family, right? There are moments. I've been privileged to attend a
Family.
few
Yes.
awards, and
Yes.
then I see the awardee come with their wives, come with their children. The energy when you mention
And
their
the
name,
kids.
the
Yes.
light that turns on their achievement, why they walk up stage, the joy, they
The
sleep that
spotlight.
they
Yes. The
sleep
spotlight.
that night
Yes.
happy. And I think if Dr. Tumsiyya, if it's a project
Mm-hmm.
you will be able to help us pick up after successfully executing this, I think it's going to be a brilliant idea. I think it's a new dawn for the veterinary profession. Somebody
Brilliant
saying,
idea.
Farmer, thanks for being a
Veterinary
trailblazer.
profession, yes.
Old vets should also think of ways to leave the profession. So somebody thanking you for trailblazing this entire thing. So, folks, we look forward to a very wonderful year with the Aspire Award, and then, of course, with the Outlier Award. As you know, we will be putting spotlights on this event, keeping the community up to date with them, and seeing how well
Up to
we can
date, yes,
promote
with the
the
progress.
activities on all our social media handles. If you're watching, of course, and you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, you know by this time it's a crime. We are almost hitting the 1,500 YouTube subscriber, and we are really very proud of it. But of course, we need you to be part of it so that when innovations like this are coming up, you could be one of those first people that will be notified by YouTube of an event like this. Dr. Tumsiyya, two things: Aspire Project, Outlier Award. So, what final
Award.
words will you want to say regarding those two projects, and what should people look forward to as part of the next step going forward?
Thank you, everyone, for joining this conversation. And I will want to say for the Aspire project and the Outlier Award, two words: watch out for the space. And we're hoping with your cooperation and your support, more projects are, you know, more projects come up from this, and we'll definitely keep you up to date with our progress. It's not just unveiling and launching, officially introducing the project. You'll be seeing more of me, keeping you updated about the project. And also, the Outlier Award is here to stay. So it's not just a one time thing, it's something we're going to establish. It's a long term plan. So just bring in your A game. Talking to the clinical students now, just come with your A game, and definitely you will be recognized and awarded. Thank you very much.
All right. So, Dr. Tumsiyya said, come with your A game. Don't come with your B game. Come with your
Yes.
come with your A game. So honestly, we're very proud of what you're doing, and then as the community engagement manager, we know you are going to do tremendously well in keeping the veterinary community engaged, and of course abreast with all the informations regarding the Aspire project and the Outlier Award.
Project.
We look forward to the first Outlier Award, the next oath taking we're going to be having this year. And then I know it's going to be there's going to be a lot of spotlight rewarding uh, a leader, and I think for me, it's one of those ideas that we will execute that will just make you really very happy, or maybe probably fulfilled that you're contributing your bit and your quota to the upliftment and then the development of the profession. To every one of us who had stayed with us this long, I want to thank you for watching and then also being part of this project. And then I see a lot of commendation. Dr. Fadipe, good job. So thank you so much for keeping it up. And then till our next masterclass, I will see us shortly. And if you've not given Dr. Tumsiyya a thumb up, don't allow her to reduce the
Bye.
higher award by half. So you know, she's the one in charge of the project. She's the one in charge of the community engagement for Farmerland. She can decide that she's canceling the outlier award. So before you allow her do that, make that decision, please kindly give her a thumb up. Now, what the thumb up does to most of our videos is that it allows YouTube, especially when YouTube understands that people are giving thumb up to a particular video, it allows YouTube to bring it
Appreciate you.
to people's consciousness more often. So that's why we almost always encourage that you subscribe and then you give
Yes.
Dr. Tumsiyya a thumb up. Till the next episode,
Thumbs up.
I want to say thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful morning. Thank you, Dr. Tumsiyya, and see you shortly.
Bye.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you. Bye.